Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to another show this morning. I'm Wesley, the host of YARDCHAT. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for joining this morning, guys. 18 came and it went. No decision in the Vybz Kartel case as yet, but people, check this out. They push it back to July 31st. They will have a decision. And from what I'm hearing a lot of stories that the judge already made up their mind. The decision made, but is they're just doing the procedure and processing. I don't know, guys, but there's more to it. Let's get into the story right now. All right, guys, check this out now. Um, okay, we're all aware of the Lisa Evans interview with Vybz Kartel lawyer Isaac Buchanan. Went on Fox News, and that is the interview that, as they say, blown up online, shedding more light to the situation here. You know what I mean? And Lisa Evans pointed out a lot of things that the UK court squash and all of that. We know all of that, people. We know all of that. And the point that I want to make this morning is this. The question is this. What about the crime that was committed? Everyone is speaking about cartel constitution right was breached, and if they keep up this case, his constitution right going to be breached because the court is not, number one, the court is backed up in Jamaica. Let's put that out in the front. The court system is back up in Jamaica because a lot of people is complaining now that their case not going to be heard, and Judge McDonald is saying this case going to go forward, and a lot of people going to start complaining because their case going to get pushed back. So Vybz Kartel case is the number one prioritized case right now to be heard. Okay, guys, so let's get that out in the opening. Let's get that in the opening. They backed up. So if the court cannot operate on a timely manner, that's a problem. And let's get back to the Lisa Evans interview on Fox News with Isaac Buchanan, um, talking about the Vybz Kartel case and this and that, and Ray. So hear this now. Everyone is talking about cartel constitution, right? And the lawyer went on in the media yesterday, and people, I'm not getting a good vibes from, especially the lawyer that's defending Sean Storm Campbell. These people are not engaged with their audience, with the people, because these people are not coming out, even though they make a statement, say the client say they're innocent, but they are not demanding that the client are innocent, because they are more demanding on the part of cartel health and demanding about people who time was taken for them because they didn't start a family, this and that, this and that. Nothing to do with the case. Nothing to do with the case. So why the Jamaican people not supporting the crime, but they supporting cartel? And it's sad to know that a crime was committed, and that's the reason why they deliberating right now over this case, because all the parties, the prosecutor, the defendant, know a crime was committed. That is the reason why you have defendant lawyers. They are not touching about the client innocent. All they're touching is about the technical part of it, about the constitution right are being breached and will continue to be breached because the case cannot go to the court on a timely matter because they are backed up. But the courts know, and the defendant know, and the prosecutor know, and the privy court in UK know that a crime was committed, people. So this is where I believe both parties having some type of disagreement. either to charge this man with the murder and go to retrial or let him go. And so far, they are not letting Cartel go because something went down. And I mean, a lot of people is talking about a lot of different things, talking about artists have rights and to express themselves in their music. Yes, they have a right to express themselves in the music, but hear this now. They are responsibility and have to take accountability and be liable for their words that they put in these songs. And we all know the lyrics Cartel was putting on for all these years was not a good vibe. Even though that type it wasn't my type of music and I don't listen to it. But we all know music affect people. We know that. We know that. So, and this is where I'm going to draw a line this morning. Why is Cartel and his co-accusers, why they are not taking accountability for their action? Because guess what, people? They're in a position because of their action. They're in a position, all four parties are in this predicament because they put themselves in it. For their action, because Cartel and his crew put themselves in the yard. And this is the perfect example where I'm going to put in yard in this conversation, people, because I don't know if people understand the definition of yard. You are responsible daily. And to me now, it seems like these lawyers for the defendant are not putting responsibility and counter accountability on these people where it belongs, knowing that something went down with their client, with Lizard. And also, the judge asked the DPP, I'm assuming it's Claudette Thompson, what is so important about Lizard? That is what they asking. The question, the judges asking the prosecutor. So, and that is where the prosecutor probably answer and give them some information. And people, it's a lot of information that these three judge, McDonald, Fraser, and Williams have to consider because these people know that something went down. And I hear this now. A lot of people is also saying that this case has become personal for some people. I'm assuming they're talking about Paula Lowen, and we talk because Paula Lowen was the one that was on, prosecute, did the case and all of that. So everyone is saying that this has become some personal issue now because we all know there was a lot of mishap and blunder in the first case. We all know that. We all know that. And that is where the UK court point out that they made some mistakes. But is the mistake that the court made, is it enough to throw out this whole case knowing that a crime was committed? And that is where they're having a struggle with. They all know a crime was committed and they cannot overlook it in the name of justice. As Justice McDonald Bishop quote earlier during the week, the interest of justice. Is there an interest of justice here? Yes, people, because the judge is asking the question, what is so important about this Lizard case? Why? Because a murder was committed. Nobody is found. We don't know if Lizard is here or not, but it's not looking good for 14 years or 13 years. We haven't seen this person. So what that's telling you. And people also, don't you know in this case, the lawyers, not the prosecutor, the lawyers for the defendants, what grounds does Isaac and the other rest of the attorney have to stand on for their client, except for the violation of the Constitution right? I'm not hearing talking about jury tampering because that's in the past. That case is over with. They cannot use that jury tampering. That's done. So the only leg that they have to stand on is on about or on the case that the violation of the Constitution right was breached. That's the only ground Buchanan is standing on. That's the only ground these attorneys are standing on. And Buchanan also talking about fresh justice. You know what I mean? This is a fresh justice because this is a fresh case. Also, the system in Jamaica is backed up, people. We know that. We know the system is backed up. And like I said before, the only leg they have to stand on is on the Constitution breach of their rights. That's the only, there's nothing else. No one is speaking about the crime that was committed because the defendant are running from that side of it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to do it. And the lawyers are saying, beside of the prosecutor are saying, beside of the blunder that they made in the case earlier, years ago, they need to be held accountable for the crime that was committed. That's what it is. And these lawyers are not, like I said, pressing on the gas and making a big statement that their client are innocent. And even this interview that Lisa Evans did on Fox with Isaac Buchanan, they are not speaking about their client, they're innocent. All they're talking about the client right was violated. That had nothing to do with the case, people. And I believe these judges are not going to let Cartel go, because the only way they're going to let Cartel go, people, Vybz Kartel go, they have to take a plea deal. A plea deal have to take, and they have to plead guilty because they plead guilty before. They plead guilty before. That's why Cartel got the time, 25 years to life, and Cartel will not get out till the year 2043. That is what set. That is what is given. The verdict was given 12 to 13, 14 years ago, people. So, you know what I mean? Guys, listen, leave your comment. Listen, if you come in, make sure you press the like button, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you, because I want this channel to get out there. And listen, also to end off this topic today, all I'm hearing Isaac Buchanan, he's speaking about the Constitution right. But people, all I'm hearing in this case is excuses for the defendant. All I'm hearing are excuses, because the lawyer is not making a legal or a strong argument that the client are innocent. All Isaac Buchanan and other defendant lawyers are speaking about, they're speaking about Vybz Kartel health decline, and they're speaking about the client's constitution right was breached. That's the only leg they have to stand on, guys. So therefore, the judge have to come back with a retrial decision and verdict for Cartel to answer to the crime what he did. And that is how I feel about it, guys. A lot of people, are talking about, oh, it's a personal vendetta. I don't believe it's a personal vendetta. You know what I mean? This is what it is, people. This is what it is. A person character and morals. That's what it's about. And let's be real, people. Over the years, Cartel did not put out good character. Let's keep it real. His music, his action, his words, disrespectful towards women, people. Listen, they have enough evidence there to retrial Vybz Kartel and his co-defendant for the murder of Claude Lizard Williams, people. Justice. Where is justice for Claude Williams? Where is the justice for Claude Lizard Williams? Where's the justice? So, you know, like I said, Cartel and his accusers, they have to be responsible and they have to be dealt according to the law. And if I and I'm going on record, people, according to the law in this case, where the judge is going to look at this case, they're looking at it from if the crime was committed and for Cartel to get retrial. And people, I believe the prosecutor have stated their case and made their case. And I believe these two judges, McDonald, Williams, and Fraser, the decision is made already, guys. They are taking consideration of Vybz Kartel health. They are taking consideration of their constitutional rights being being breached. They take in consideration of all of that to give both parties the benefit of the doubt. But at the end of the day, July 31st, a decision have to be rendered. And I believe Vybz Kartel will go on trial and is co-defendant for the murder of Claude Lizard Williams. That is justice. That is fair justice. And it's time for these Gaza people to wake up and smell the coffee, because all of these people is jumping on a train, jumping on a bandwagon, and this bandwagon or this train is not going nowhere. These people living in denial. These people do not want to look at the side of the case that a crime was committed. All they're looking at, Cartel and his accusers, constitutional right was violated. It's not about that. Yes, it's about that. But people in Jamaica, there was a crime committed. Thank you for joining me this morning, guys. Make sure you press the like button and share and subscribe, guys. Until next